I moved here to the Valley 20 years ago, and one of the first things that I did, I had a coworker. I'm the farm director at Hampshire College, and my coworker said, "Come on, there's this event happening. There's free food. Let's go." And so lo and behold, it was a tent in a dusty strawberry field in Whately at Norse Farms, and it was Margaret Christie announcing the Local Hero program. And I was astonished. I had never heard anybody use the word farmer and hero in the same sentence before. It's only grown from there. The support that's grown over the last 25 years, and mainly due to CISA's efforts, is phenomenal. There's just so many things folded into what farmers have to do every day. CISA is everybody's go-to around here when there's a question. You know, you pick up the phone. And one farmer described to me, she's like, "I don't have to have a marketing department. I have CISA."
One example is the Healthy Incentive Program. Well, now there's 200 farmers statewide that are able to sell to families or households that are on SNAP. And that's made a huge difference in the lives of these families. It's impacted over 100,000 people since it started in April of 2007. $9 million of vegetables and fruit have gone to these families, and they've all been sold by these 200 farmers.
Things are certainly changing. It's getting more unpredictable. The extremes are more extreme. The Emergency Farm Fund is a really great tool for farmers to use to kind of, excuse the pun, but weather some of these problems and changes. You know, it's kind of like a support system under farmers to say, if something happens completely beyond your control, weather-related, disaster on your farm, here's an organization that's going to come and help you.
We have loaned out over $280,000 to 31 farms so that they have the cash flow and ability to stay in business as they recover.
Really, when people give to CISA, it's a validation, and it really enables us to keep doing the important work that we're doing.
So we had sort of an audacious goal financially for our 25th anniversary year. We wanted to net $250,000 more from the 1,200 supporters of CISA. The reason it was so important for us to raise those funds is that we are meeting bigger challenges, and farmers need us to step up, and the community wants us to step up to create a local food economy for everybody.
When I was 18 and coming off the farm, I did not imagine that there was a place for me to farm. And I went off and did other things and came back to it. And now there are not only young people who grow up on farms are staying and either taking over the family business or changing it, but there are young people that didn't grow up on farms, that grew up in cities or suburbs, that are actually seeing a place for them in the farming economy. And a lot of that is really due to CISA's work. So, and it makes me feel like, great, somebody's going to be growing food when I'm too old to do it for myself. Yeah.